This is the half-hour sequence for the Indian head massage. Before starting, please check with your partner that they have not had any recent injuries or accidents to their neck and shoulders. And also give them permission to let you know if anything feels uncomfortable at any time. So start by placing your hands on your partner's shoulders and ask them to take a few deep breaths. I'd take a few deep breaths, please, Julie. And while your partner's taking a few deep breaths, you can also do the same. And then coming round to the side, taking up your partner's head, one hand on the forehead, the other hand goes at the back of the skull, known as the occiput, and just ask your partner to give up the weight of their head into your hand while you take it forward and up. And just allow your partner's head to fall into your hand. Don't try and push it in any way. It's very nice to have the head held. It feels very relaxed. You do that a few times, and then coming round to the back, ready to start the thumb sweeping. You need to be in lunge position so that your legs are apart, your knees are bent, and that it's your body that's doing the work rather than the muscles in your arms. And starting with position 1, sweeping the thumbs up and across the scapula quite firmly, and do this about 4 or 5 times before moving up to position 2, sweeping across the top of the scapula, and then position 3, sweeping across the top of the shoulders. It's quite a firm movement. And when you've done that, go back and start that one again. Thumbs should go up and sweeping out, loosening up these muscles around the scapula. Position 2. And position 3. And I'll just do that once more. Remembering to breathe, keeping your breathing flowing and even. And finishing off with the back dispersal rub. Cradling your partner across the front of the chest, you lean forward slightly, using the heel of your hand, fast, vigorous, firm, circular movements around the scapula. And the other side. And a figure of 8 to finish off. Firm, smoothing. And now for the thumb pushes across the top of the shoulders. And we're going to start at the outside edge of the shoulders, gliding the thumb across the top of the shoulders 3 or 4 times in each spot, and gradually moving towards the neck. So it's quite firm pressure with the thumbs, and just gradually working your way towards the neck. And when you get to the neck, go back out and start that one again. keeping your body relaxed and moving and breathing. You can usually get about 4 sets in on most people's shoulders. If they had wider shoulders, you might be able to get 5 sets. So thumb pushes. And now the finger pulls, keeping rigid fingers. Thumb goes behind, starting at the base of the neck, drawing back. So it's quite firm pressure. Fingers should be kept rigid. So you're really working on the upper chest, gradually working your way out towards the edge of the shoulders. And when you get there, you can go back and do that one again. Again, about 4 or 5 times in each spot. Your thumb is behind and acts like a lever, drawing your fingers back. And now working on the front of the chest here, just find the clavicle bone, which runs along here, and beneath there is a hollow groove where you can just massage in with your 4 fingers. So again, the thumb stays behind, 4 fingers massaging in small, circular, firm movements, which feels very nice. It's very good for anybody that has any breathing problems. Opens up the lung energy of the body. And now for the heel of hands roll across the top of the shoulders. This is a scoop and squeeze, scoop and squeeze. Just using the heel of your hand to work all along across the top of the shoulders. It's quite a firm movement. When you first start working with people, you need to get plenty of feedback as to the pressure. And the last one on the shoulders is lift and squeeze. We're bringing the thumb and the 4 fingers together and just working back and forth. And finishing off the upper back, if you'd like to lean forward please, Julie, with some cupping and hacking. And remember, this is optional. It's only a good thing to do with people who have got quite good energy, and it's best avoided with someone whose energy is low. And some smoothing down to finish off. Nice smoothing, relaxing strokes. Good. Now we're going to work the upper arms. Starting at the top, we're going to do a heel of hands roll, which again is a scoop and squeeze scoop and squeeze, and we do this about 4 or 5 times in each spot, moving down towards the elbows using this scoop and squeeze technique. So you need to make sure that as you work your way down to the elbows that you really are bending your knees and lowering your body so that your back doesn't take the strain. And when you get there, come back up and do that one again, starting at the top. You're working on the fleshy parts of the backs of the arms. And now drawing back, starting at the elbows, thumb goes behind, drawing the fingers back, working on the fronts of the arms 4 or 5 times in each spot, gradually working your way up towards the shoulders, keeping your body fluid and moving, and keeping breathing, back down to the elbows. Do that one again. Be careful not to pinch as you draw the fingers back. And finishing up at the shoulders. And now for the shoulder lift. And this is where you take your partner's elbows, holding at the forearms. Make sure that your position is well down so your knees take the strain, your legs take the strain rather than your back. Ask your partner to take a breath in. As she does so, lift the shoulders to their maximum and drop. Good. Let's try that again. Breathe in, lift, and drop. Make sure you stay with your partner and support their arms at all times. So we'll do that once more. Breathing in and drop. So the idea is that the partner releases all the tension from their shoulders in the dropping movement. And finishing off by smoothing down, fingers pointing to the floor, down the outsides a few times, and then down the fronts, and down the backs. So dividing the arm into 3 segments, down the outsides, down the fronts, and down the backs. Now we're going to work the neck. So place one hand on the forehead and the other hand, wide thumb and forefinger, it's going to scoop up the back of the neck. When it reaches the occiput, scooping off. So you want as much contact as you can into the webbing between the thumb and the forefinger, scooping into the neck and scooping off. So I'll just lift the hair so you can see what I'm doing here. Scooping up and scooping off. Up and off. So the thumb and the forefinger draw together and glide under the occiput there. Nice and firm contact with the neck. And now massaging into the occiput with your thumb and forefinger. So the thumb and the forefinger are massaging into that bony ridge. This is where people hold a lot of tension, which gives rise to headaches. So massaging into this area will help to relieve headaches and tension that builds up. And it feels very good. And now for the thumb pushes down the side of the neck. So for this we have one hand on the forehead and the thumb glides down that sternocleidomastoid muscle, working the way of the muscle, starting at the top. Moderate pressure, as we're not using oil here, so we don't want to drag the skin, so the pressure wants to be moderate. And just working your way down, gliding your thumb till it reaches the base of the neck. And on the other side of the neck, we're going to do finger pulls. So gliding your fingers towards you, light, feather light strokes, keeping them light so you don't drag the skin, just smoothing, gentle and relaxing. And now thumb pushes down this side of the neck, again working down that muscle with moderate pressure. And finger pulls on the other side of the neck. Just gliding your fingers towards you, light and gentle. And to finish off the neck sequence with a flat hand, a firm, brisk rub right up against the bone there, first on one side and then on the other side. Movement should be quick, just a few seconds, just to finish off. Make sure you don't work on the back of the head, it should be on one side and then the other. And that completes the neck sequence. So now we're going to work the head. And to do this, we place one hand on the forehead. We're going to work on one side of the head only to start with. And the first technique is a heel of hand rub into the occiput. So you get a waving hand going, and it's quite a brisk, firm rub into that area. Keeping that waving hand going, moving up the back of the head, up to the top, and down behind the ear. So we're kind of working in a banana shape as we work around the side of the head. Up the back, up to the top, down behind the ear. The pressure is on the palm of the hand as we work up the head. The fingers aren't involved here, so keeping it quite brisk, quite firm. And then the other side, the same, heel of hand rub into the occiput. And working your way up the back of the head, up to the top, and down behind the ear. Make sure you encompass the whole of the side of the head and don't stop halfway. Go right over to the top and back down again. Feels so much better. Good firm contact. And from there you can go into whole head ruffling, dry shampoo, really vigorous.